hingi lang po ako ng paumanhin sa pumanaw nating dating Pangulong Pinoy dahil sir, hindi po sinusunod ang inyong kautusan. Kung meron po tayong lag ban, Mr. President, bakit marami pa ring pinuputol na kahoy at bakit walang nahuhuli? Kasi pagsasabihin po ng DNR, wala po, Mr. President, I can direct them
Saan ba dapat?
doon sa mga lugar
Sa mga-
na putol ng putol. Huwag na po tayo lumayo. Sa Rizal na lang po, meron. Sa Palawan, meron. Sa Mindanao, meron. I can enumerate and I can give you my list kung hindi po ninyo alam na talamak po ang ika nga illegal logging sa ating bansa. Papel lang po yan eh. Hindi naman po sinusunod yan, Mr. President. Ang hinuhuli po na nakikita natin sa TV, sa mga news, ay yung mga pagputol ng mga katutubo for their livelihood. Hindi po yung tone-tonelada o board feet na mga kahoy at pinuputol ng mga katutubo para pang-uling nila. Yung po yung hinuhuli na DNR checkpoint. Pangpagawa ng bahay nila. Pero yung mga malalaking troso na pinapaanod sa ilog, dyan sa Mindanao, sa Palawan, sa Rizal, hindi po nahuhuli, Mr. President.
Meron pa nga. Ako po'y sumasang-ayon sa inyo dahil ayon sa EO, dapat bawal talaga sa primary at secondary or natural and residual. At dapat lang po yung mga may tinatawag na tenure agreements, allowed po yun sa mga plantation forest kung sila po ang nagtanim kasi bago sila nagtanim ay kalbo o denuded, pwede po yun. Tapos harvest po nila pero humihingi ng permit kasi meron silang tenure agreement, tenurial agreement. Pero inaamin po nila na meron ngang illegal logging sa mga lugar na binanggit po at maski hindi nyo binanggit, alam natin nagaganap po yun sa alalim ng ating mga mata. Kaya tinatanong ko sa Forest Management Bureau at sa buong DNR, anong ginagawa nyo doon? Kaya nga, hindi tayo epektibo. Una, tinanong po nyo ang mining. Ang daming mga illegal mining. Ngayon naman po, tinanong nyo ang logging, bagamat merong ban, meron pa ring illegal logging. At nakikita natin sa mga trahedyang nagaganap sa ating bansa, at tuwing malakas ang bagyo na pagbagsak mula sa bundok, these are logs. Ibig sabihin, di ko alam kung ang depensa nila ay galing to sa mga plantation forest, si manunuhulog na logs. Sa tingin ko, hindi lang galing sa plantation forest, galing sa illegal mining sa mga lugar na bawal mag-logging. Illegal mining ba sinabi ko? Illegal logging sa mga lugar na bawal magputol. Ang sasabihin nilang dahilan, dahil hindi sapat ang nagbabantay. Ayun na naman tayo, paikot-ikot. Mr. President, I am as frustrated as you. Nakakagat ko na dila ko. Since 1998, Mr. President, I wish I was the one asking the question and not defending.
Mr. President, thank you. Actually, gusto ko sana magalit kasi po ito pong nakaupo nating secretary, bago pa lamang po ito. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Pero since you're saying 1998 pa po ito nangyayari. At kanina, Madam President, sasagutin ko lang po yung katanungan mo bakit hindi ka mabigyan ng inventory. Mukhang may problema po talaga sila sa inventory. Ika nga, you cannot manage what you cannot measure. Yun ho yun. At saka, the beauty of budget deliberation is we're able to determine policy problems, Mr. President. Anyway, Mr. President, moving on. Dadagdagan ko lang po yung sakit po ng ulo ninyo.
Teka po, sabihin ko lang to. Ang unang privilege speech ko nung ako'y neophyte, nung 1998, ay delineation of final forest limits. I was 38 years old when I espoused for that. Hindi pa po siya batas hanggang ngayon. Yun po ang unang privilege speech. Doon ako nakatayo, nagtataka yung mga mas veterano sa akin, bakit yun ang pinag-uusapan ko. But I'm glad you mentioned it. You cannot treasure what you do not measure. Wala po tayo hanggang ngayon, tama ba ako, na delineation ng ating final forest limits. Kaya 1998, yun po, at ipuput on record ko yung una kong privilege speech. And I file that every year. It's never enacted into law. It takes the whole Congress to enact that law. So I'm glad that if you want to join me in ensuring its passage, I would be happy. But I am certain it would be so difficult now because in the past decades, people have already encroached into these forests. And maybe a large percentage of these forests are no longer forests to protect us, but denuded forests that have killed thousands and have devastated livelihoods.
Thank you, Mr. President. And,
Yeah, it's a constitutional provision actually. My first privilege speech was based on a constitutional provision that indeed Congress must delineate final forest limits. I remember it was a good friend and a Magsaysay awardee, Attorney Tony Oposa, who helped me in crafting my first privilege speech. I stand here now after 27 years, and you're asking me, and my first speech is as relevant then as it is now.
Thank you, Mr. President. I am grateful po to you, Madam Chair. Alam ko po na ang iyong advokasya talaga ay ang pagprotekta ng kalikasan. And I am also sad at this point na you're defending the agency na ika nga na tila hindi po nagagawa ang kanilang trabaho. But moving forward, Madam President, because marami pa po akong katanungan, before we deal with Sierra Madre, I would just like to ask Mr. President, ito po bang mga timberlands po natin, ito po ba ay pinapalis ninyo, pinaparentahan sa mga tao? Ano pong status nito? Lease for rent?
While you are checking, just for trivia, in 1992, the two of you probably were not born yet. We were already
Thank you, Mr.
debating.
President.
We were already debating either total lag ban or selective lag ban. It was a 2-hour debate between Sonny Alvarez and Orly Mercado in the old Congress that we were there. Sonny Alvarez wanted selective lag ban. Orly Mercado's bill was a total lag ban. Imagine that was in 1992. It was supposed to be for 25 years. If we passed it, tapos na ngayon. It was never passed. Anyway, just for the record.
Mr. President, I recall I was a young journalist then covering that. In my heart, I'm for the total log ban. And I'm glad that fast forward, Aquino administration, the late Noynoy Aquino, a colleague here, has this EO, which is in effect a law on a total log ban, at least in primary and residual forests. But despite this ban, illegal logging continues. Paano tayo? It's beyond me, Senator Tulfo. Sino na masisisi natin dyan? At anong dapat nating gawin?
Mr. President, tanong ko lamang po ay, I would repeat my question again. For lease po ba? For rent? For a fee? Ito pong timberlands na ito?
There are different tenure instruments, like the Community-Based Forest Management Agreement, the Forest Land Grazing Management Agreement, Forest Land Use Agreement for Tourism, Integrated Forest Management Agreement, Socialized Industrial Forest Management Agreement, Special Land Use Permit, Special Land Use Lease Agreement, Tree Farm Lease Agreement, Gratuitous Special Use Permit. These are the different existing tenure instruments, permits granted by the DNR, totaling 1,447,493 hectares in the whole country, right? Yes, where they allow tree cutting.
All right,
That's
Mr.
in 1.4 million hectares, Mr. President.
Okay, Mr. President. Dito po sa Doña Remedios Trinidad sa Bulacan, where I've been a witness, over 1,000 hectares po binakura nitong J.J. Javier na timberland. Pinagkukuha niya po doon sa mga tao na nag-apply, pinalayas niya at siya po nag-take over for doon sa timberland na yon. When I asked the local DNR there, officials, hindi rin nila alam. When I asked the farmers, they were saying, ilang beses na lang ni-report ang sinasabi lang pag-aaralan, parang kinubkub na ng taong ito yung several thousand of hectares of timberland. Pinalayas niya itong mga farmers, Mr. President.
I am told that it is public land, that the person you mentioned put a gate, and he's an illegal occupant. He's an illegal claimant. Is that true? Tinanggal na ng DNR. Sino po ang nakasakop doon? The local government of which town? Of Remedios Trinidad in Bulacan, right? Kayo po ang regional director? Ito pala. The regional director of Region 3 is here. He tells me that that's public land. Are you sure? It is not purchased by that person you mentioned, Mr. President, and they had demolished the gate that was constructed by that person. And so, who's occupying the 1,000 hectares now? Dapat wala, pero iba yung dapat, iba yung totoo.
Tama, Mr. President. Actually, I was the one who alerted the DNR. Hindi, it's not the other way around. Kasi ang sumbong po sa akin ng mga farmers, matagal na po nilang inilapat si LGU. Natatakot ang LGU dahil may mga armed goons yung mga nagbabantay. Nilapit na rin nila sa DNR. Wala rin pong ginawa. Ang sabi, pag-aaralan, umabot po ng 1 taon yung kaso na yan until we stepped in. And then I asked the PNP to help us out, demolish those gates. Hindi po ang DNR ang demolish yan, kundi po ang PNP. But anyway, Mr. President, kaya po natanong ko yan kasi parang ang iba pong mga beneficiary ito, ibinibenta po yung kanilang rights. Ginawa pong parang tahanan. Kaya nga tanong ko po, tama po ba ang ibenta, na-awardan mo ako nito, nag-apply ako ng permit o license para sa timberland na ito, pwede ko bang ibenta sa kapitbahay ko for X amount of money?
Mr. President, when you say rights, this does not refer to any rights, let's say from the DAR, hindi yan CLOA. Hindi rin yan rights from ancestral domain, NCIP, or agricultural patents, hindi rin, no? Hindi, at hindi rin free patent, wala. So, these are rights from illegal sources, informal settlers' rights that they sold to the person that he mentioned, and the person bought the rights of the alleged or so-called informal settlers. That's why he gained the rights, so to speak, of illegal occupants, right? Yun na nga.
Again, Mr. President.
Sindikato. Ang
Opo.
dami talagang sindikato.
Tama po. I mean, so, babalik po tayo na hindi nagagawa ng DNR ang kanilang trabaho. Kulang po siguro sila sa tao, Mr. President. Moving forward, Mr. President, sa Gutalak, Zamboanga, alam niyo po, sinasabi ko na nga po sa tao, hindi po ako miyembro ng DNR, pero sunod-sunod po ito mga text na dumarating po sa atin. Ito lamang po sa Gutalak, Zamboanga del Norte. Yung Flor Genmar Mining received its MPSA this March 2025. Pero pag titignan mo yung bundok, Mr. President, parang minina na for 10 years. Ala ka ng ka-trace-trace. We also informed the DNR about it. Pag iimbestigahan daw nila at pag-aaralan. It's the same answer, pag-aaralan, iimbestigahan, Mr. President. Ito po yung video, Mr. President, dyan po sa Gutalak. That's how it looks like right now. March lang po binigay yung permit, pero parang kinalbo po nila yan.
Nickel mining area, according to the regional director of Region 9, Zamboanga del Norte, ano, may MPSA, Mineral Production Sharing Agreement. Ilang hektarya yun? Ayun. Ayun na nga. Yun na nga.
Isa pang problema dyan, Mr. President, for your information.
Kaya
po
tayo
na-
binabaha, kaya rumaragsak ang mga, kaya namamatay ang mga tao sa lowland kasi ganyan ang ating kabundukan.
Exactly, Mr. President. Wala pa po yan. Kasi pag pinakita ko mamaya yung video ng Sierra Madre, baka magalit na kayo, Mr. President, at lumayas kayo dyan sa upuan ninyo and will not defend anymore the budget of DNR. Sample pa lamang po yan. At saka isa pa pong problema dyan, yung mga katutubo, hindi pa po binibigay yung share nila, Mr. President. And nasa agreement po yan, na katutubo, indigenous people residing in that area, na pinalaya sa area na yan, they should have at least 1% share sa ikanga mining income po na yan, Mr. President. The same situation po sa Palawan, Mr. President, yung isang mining company, City Nickel, 4 million pesos lang dahil nasira yung pananim ng mga farmers. Hindi ayaw bayaran po ng mining firm since 2000. Nilapit na po sa DNR, pag-aaralan pa rin. It's already 2025, Mr. President.